What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Doing a product review today of the Beast 3E Cinemaster 4K drone by Flight Elf. That's a mouthful to say. First, I'd like to welcome back, of course, all my old subscribers. Any new, anybody's on the fence. If you're on the fence, I hope by time and effort by myself, my journey to the Philippines and back, and then do what I have to do until I can go permanently. If everything works out on my little 2.5 week adventure here coming up pretty soon, guys. So yeah, all right, we'll get right into it. We are viewing this drone today. I'm just gonna kind of go through just some of the initial things here, specifications. Then I did a little earlier. I filmed a little. I'll attach to the end of this video a little tour around my park here, which is just right over here. Kind of checking out the water tower and all that good stuff, which is kind of like our landmark here. All right, so you open it up. Got your instruction manual over here. This is my little thing for the SD card that goes in it, which allows it to connect to the phone. So you get your drone, you get your extra battery here. The other one's going to come in the drone itself. And mine were pretty much both fully charged. 7.6 volt, 5000 mAh. So fairly heavy duty batteries. I know they get pretty warm after flying the drone for 20-25 minutes. They're pretty warm. All right, so let me pull this bad boy out of here. This is the drone itself. Arms just kind of fold out here, and they pretty much just lock into place from there. Comes all assembled. You also got your little USB cable to charge the controller here, then an extra set of blades, which when you're first starting to learn how to fly a drone, you might go through a couple sets of those because these things are they're not super flimsy, but if you like mine kept flipping over on me and it hit the cement and it would just tear these things to pieces. But okay, so anyway, you got the drone here. Like I said, the little SD card slot goes right here. I just got a 64 gig one in there. That's more than enough for now. The 3-axis gimbal right here. You can take this thing off right here. There's your 3-axis gimbal 4K camera. You can do straight or down camera. So we'll put that back on there. Always make sure you put that back on before you put it in the case, guys, because you don't want to damage that. Real sensitive. Up on top here, we have the, you can kind of pry it open with your fingernails or a knife or whatever you got. I just use my fingernails. This is the laser, basically obstacle avoidance thing. I haven't fully tested it. Like, I'm not gonna take my drone and purposely just like ram it into a wall at full speed and see if this thing will stop it. But it's supposed to anyway. You want to have this installed and the thing, the case off the gimbal before you turn the drone on. And right back here is the power button here, and the battery just kind of pulls right out there. Excuse me. No big deal there. Snaps right in there. So that's that. I'm not going to show you how to install that. That's really it. Just goes right on there. No big deal, guys. So that's the drone. Probably weighs about, I don't know, 2 pounds maybe at the most. So it's not real light. It's so far it's held up in the wind. I've had about 3 or 4 flights with it now. Holds up pretty good in the wind, I would say, to be honest. Not disappointed in that at all. Then you got your remote here. Pretty standard in a lot of drones. This is damn near a carbon copy of the Exo drone, guys, which, by the way, I got rid of that one because the app just did not want to communicate with my phone at all. That's the only app they had. So trying this one out. This one's $100 more, so hopefully, so far it's been better. These arms just fold out like this, and here's your antenna. Make sure you want to have those out while you're flying. The on switch is right over here. And then when you first power it on, you want to turn the drone on first, let that settle, and then turn this on. Then it's going to connect to the default GPS mode. It's got to have at least 7 satellites it connects to before it takes off, which hasn't been a problem. I usually average anywhere from 12 to 15. The other day I had like 18 satellites. So as long as you got at least 7, it'll take off. And that GPS would allows you the one button takeoff, and it allows you to the return to home function, the follow me function. You can get on the map on the app and draw like a waypoint, and the drone will fly in the waypoint you set. You can do like when I go to the Philippines, I want to do like go on top of like one of the chocolate hills or wherever, and I'm gonna have it do the circle around me function. That'll make for a real cool video, I think. So that's that. The charging port is right down here. It's just a micro USB. I thought it was C port at first because it kind of looks like a C port, but it's not. So we'll put that bad boy back in there. Like I said, it looks, you know, if I didn't know any better, it's the exact same thing as the EXO drone. It just got a different color to it. But so far the app is much friendlier than the EXO app was. Nothing against those guys, you know. But this, you know, if you can't get the functions out of it, you know, what's the point, right? So it comes with this nice little carrying case here. You know, it's got foam all the way around it, and got a pocket here to hold the manual. Then, you know, this little SD card slot. It's got a strap here. Pretty well protected. I'm gonna fold the drone back up. Just got it flying this bad boy. I tell one thing you're gonna notice with these drones, guys. If you get one, or if any of you guys, if you have a drone, maybe you've had this problem, but it really, and it was like this with the EXO too. Maybe this is just all drones, but you don't really want to be around any like large metallic object, even metal down in the ground messes this thing up. It'll give you the geomagnetic anomaly message like a million times over until you move in just the right spot. Honestly, it was really annoying tonight before I tried. It took me like a half hour, so I gotta get better with that. I think just the metal from the water tower, I think, being maybe too close to that. Who knows? Really, that's all there was. The only thing majorly metal that, I mean, the rest was just trees and grass and sidewalks. So I don't know what was up with that, but you guys may or may not encounter that with any drone, not just with this one. So yeah, man. So far so good. Definitely better than the EXO. I like the app. Carrying case is good. Everything works wonderfully. So this will definitely give me some real nice shots for you guys when I get over there to the Philippines, because they got some views over there, and you guys definitely know about that. So, all right, yeah, I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe if you got any value out of this whatsoever. Like I said, consider subscribing if you're new. Share my videos with anybody you think you might, you know, find them interesting or get some help out of, or you know, whatever the case may be, guys. We're just going to end this video with a little bit of music and some drone shots of the park over here in the water tower, our landmark here in small town Nowheresville, USA. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Thumbs up, man. Hit those thumbs up for your buddy Eric. It really helps with the algorithms, guys, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Take care, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.